Hello everybody and welcome back to Bedrock Survival with Fix. I wanted to show you all the work that I've been working on here with all the custom trees and stuff. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. We're not doing that today, but this is kind of the end of last episode where I left with a bunch of these trees yet to do, and I did them. So I have this many trees done. Now, what this is going to need, this area, I think is going to need a lot of little trees, you know, because we have all these really nice big ones. So I'm probably going to do some like fence trees, maybe even a different kind, like maybe some pine trees, maybe some things like that. But it has really made the area look super nice. Let me catch a sleep and then I'll show you in the daytime. Oh yeah, just check out what a difference this is. It is so nice. It's so nice. You just feel like you're already in it. And this is before even adding in all the bone meal and all the little trees and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, look, check this out down here, right? It's not bad. It's not bad. I think it makes a huge difference in the area. And I really like this. Hopefully, if you are trying to make some custom oak trees and you don't want to just settle for the vanilla tree variants, then maybe you'll try the system and maybe you'll like it. Maybe even you'll have a tip or two for me of how to even make it better. But today, what I want to do is I want to break ground on the Castle of White Cliffs. That's right. It's been a long time coming. And, you know, Halloween's coming. Halloween's coming, and I had talked about teasing this about, I want to do a mansion. I want to do a haunted mansion for Halloween time over on top of these cliffs here. And I've been thinking about it, and what I want to do, I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to do the Addams family house. Really bad. I really wanted to build sort of a Minecraft version of the Addams family house. And I thought about it, and the problem is if I did that, I'd really want to do a full-fledged interior, and I would need all the villager workstations and stuff to really feel good about it, and you can't do that here because this is my iron farm. So I can't add any of the villager workstation things. Like I was especially in particular thinking about the cauldron and all that stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to eventually build the Addams family house somewhere here, maybe like a woodland mansion type of situation. But for right now, I decided I want to do a different haunted mansion sort of route. And the one we're going to do is we're going to do the castle from the Beauty and the Beast cartoon, which I watched with my boys a lot. Like, so much. It's unbelievable. We watched that cartoon. And yeah, it's going to be great. This area right here is perfectly set up for a castle that's not going to be too big, but it's going to be really picturesque. It's going to hide the iron farm, which is going to be really cool. And you're going to see it from over there. You're going to see it from over there. I mean, this is going to be a great castle. In addition, you're going to see it from not just the Tuscan area over there, and not just the fancy castle, and also not just Spawn. Because look, if you come over this way, you can actually see it from that Spawn just over there. So you can see it from all these places. But additionally, you'll be able to see it from the eventual Guardian farm, because there's a Guardian temple right over there. It's dead in the middle of those icebergs. So we're going to do it like a frozen ice castle way down the road here. So here's what I want to do today. All I want to do today basically is lay out the radius and the size of this castle. There's not enough room to make it probably as big as what I would really need to. I'm looking here at some concept art for it, and some people have done 3D modeling of it and stuff like that. So I'm kind of looking at that. There's not enough room for it, so we're going to have to condense it down a little bit to make it fit on this cliff. But I think that's okay because it's going to be basically a castle facade anyway, because it's just going to hide the iron farm. And I think that's all right. I don't think it needs to have a full-fledged interior. What we'll probably do is just make kind of a path that goes straight up to the to the top and decorate that, and then not allow you to sneak in and see how it's real empty in the middle. So we'll figure it out. So the other thing I want to do is I want to build it out of diorite primarily. And the reason why I want to do that is because of these cliffs here. I think it would be really cool to have a diorite castle. It's really hard to tell if it's really light gray or if it's kind of an off-white color in the cartoon. So I thought, we have lots of gray stuff around here. That castle's gray. Let's make it different. Let's make a diorite castle. So I'm going to go get a whole bunch of diorite. Like basically I'm going to clean out my diorite stores. And then we'll lay it out together. Okay, now this is going to be kind of complicated to lay out. So I think the best thing to do, you know what, actually, I'm probably going to use a lot of these bricks. Let's just make a bunch of them here. The best thing to do is probably going to be to lay out what has to be the biggest tower first, and that's going to be a tower that is 1 block bigger than this thing. And unfortunately, this thing takes up a lot of room, but yeah, and there's no way around this. So this thing's just going to have to take up this much spot. Okay, so look how far out it comes to the end. This is not ideal. That's all right. It'll be beautiful, if not historically accurate. Historically speaking of, you know, a cartoon history. Okay. Okay, so I'll make a box around this, and then we'll see what's next. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, this area wasn't, well, nearly big enough to really get the full effect of this castle, so I had to eliminate a few towers and a few houses, but you can see that I have a footprint right here, and it's actually not too bad. Honestly, the one main tower here is easily too big, but that's nothing I can do about that, so that's fine. I've considered doing a couple things that are going to help a little bit. Like, I think what I might do is make this house at an angle compared to this building, and then just like have a little like diagonal wall. That's not really in the original design there either, but I think it would be a better look to have something that's diagonal, that's not exactly squared. So why don't we do that? Why don't we go something like this, maybe 2, like a 2-block diagonal. Let's see if I'm gonna run out of real estate over here. I very well might. I'm going to, actually. Okay, change of plans. We'll make it 3. We'll make it 3. Let's go like this, and something like, yeah, that should be better. I want to discuss some wall options for this diorite looking castle here, and I'm looking at a lot of different options. I think one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this end stone and diorite sort of together as just a bit of a hodgepodge. I tried this was this white concrete powder, and yeah, I don't like it. It's too white, right? It's just too blah. Now I know I could use bone block, but at the moment bone block's a little tough to come by for me, and I don't think that it's absolutely necessary, because what I'm thinking for a main design here is I'm thinking about doing something that I've kind of, oh boy, there we go. Okay, all right. I totally did not know that was a hole. Okay, let's see if it can I nail this? Nope. Okay, there we go. Yep, no problem. Easy. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by gravity, this is kind of one thing, and I've done this sort of similar thing before with this little inset thing, but I'm thinking that maybe we do something like this. Let me get rid of that and get in that. Okay, so then we'll do a little bit of diorite up here, a little bit of this, and then over here we're going to do the same sort of thing. So it'll be like this, just kind of like every other block, using this polished block as a sort of, I don't know, sort of cap to the wall, right? Something like that. Now I could retexture it. It's something I considered. It's something I thought about. Retexturing the diorite, I would probably do something like what we did with andesite, where the regular diorite is cobblestone but white sort of, and the polished is brick. That's what Germsy Boy did, and I really like it. But I kind of like to make it work with this, and I think this might be the answer. Just ignore that up there. Okay, right? Let me get rid of that so we can see it. I can tell you, as a survival player, the ease of gathering endstone, though it is a bit time consuming, and I wish it were insta-break with a beacon, but it's not. But even that, the ease with it does factor into this decision. Maybe it shouldn't, but I think this is what we're going to go with. I think that's nice. I think it's 3 textures that play together really well. Yes, it's going to make this castle look absolutely terrible without the texture pack, but you know what? So would these cliffs that it's sitting on as well. Like these cliffs right over here. Without the texture pack, yikes, it's ugly. Well, of course I picked a place, you know, the cliffs I'm standing above, right? I'm making a quick little run to get more diorite here at the Under the Mountain mine, which, yeah, it's occurring to me how much diorite I'm going to need, and I am going to be woefully short on this build already. It doesn't hurt that it doesn't help that I already built some giant diorite cliffs and stuff, but regardless of that fact, yeah, I am going to be out of diorite way sooner than I had hoped. I mean, I still have like 2.5 double chests, which is good, but it's a drop in the bucket for what I'm going to need. I am on the first tower of this place, and I'm like maybe halfway up to the top of it, of the first tower, and I'm getting close to out of diorite. Well, I mean, I'm out of diorite already. Endstone is fine. Endstone, where you have unlimited endstone, I just need time to go get it. Diorite, the problem is, as you know, if you're a Minecraft player, which if you're not a Minecraft player, what the heck are you doing in this video? Anyway, the diorite situation is bleak because there's no other way to get it. Yes, quartz, I'm aware. So let's just pretend like that's not a thing. There's no other way to get diorite other than just mining and mining. And you know, you end up getting so much other stuff that in an inventory worth of mining stuff from just like one mining trip, I basically get about 2.5 or 3 stacks of diorite. And that's not a great return for the amount of time it takes, right? So yeah, you know, it is what it is. I'm not overly concerned about it because I have this giant mine that I need to dig out so that we can get to the next level. But that being said, I'm a little bit concerned about it because it's going to take a while. You know what I just heard? I just heard my trident thing. I think it's still on somehow. Anyway, let me show you here what we've done so far. And I really like it. I think the palette is going to work out great. There's just enough color difference in this polished diorite block to actually see it really well. So yeah, I think it works out really well. I did put some dividers here, as you can see, which are just going to help, I think, from either the inside to show where maybe there could be a window or a walkway or something like that, and also just to break up so it's not just a giant wall. And that's going to help me do some detailing for some windows and things like that in a little bit. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to reverse. Okay, oh man, I hope I remember. Let me pop up an image of the Beauty and the Beast castle right now. Hopefully that worked. As you can see, the tower that I'm working on right now is this tower right here. I'm making the sound effect. I hope it lines up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse them and make this the lower tower, and because it's so big, it's so much bigger, but it has to be, obviously, because of the iron farm. So I'm going to only make this go up just maybe half again as tall, and then I'm going to put a roof on it. And then the smaller tower in the picture is going to be the other tower, okay? That makes sense? All right. All right, then. I had to do quite a bit here because, again, I am trying to keep these episodes respectably short. That's the goal anyway. This is weird. This castle is weird to start with. It's not good, but I think it's going to get a lot better. I do. I mean, this is the rough end, right? This is the beginning stages of like when it's like, bleh. But I really wanted to get that part done because that's going to protect my villagers and all that stuff from getting possibly dinged by a zombie or something like that. I don't even really know if the zombies can get them the way I have it set up, but I don't want to take any risks. So I really want to get that all completely in so they're good. Yeah, it looks like a barn, but it's not going to look like a barn, I hope, once I get a bunch of towers and stuff put in, because that's part of the castle bit, right? But this one, it has to be that way. So it's going to take some really creative and inventive things to make this look better, and that's going to be something that we work on in future episodes. But for right now, I'm going to wrap this one up. So I will see you all tomorrow with another episode of Bedrock Survival with Fix, which is, I would assume, working more on this castle. Okay? We'll see you then. Bye, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me today.